get into the repair. We're going to start by taking our 1/8 inch Allen wrench Delta tool, and we're going to pull our handle up, and you'll see right underneath there we have our Allen screw. This is the screw we're going to be loosening up so that we can remove the handle, so that we can access the rest of the parts of the faucet here. Next step, we're going to be removing the cap assembly. We'll do that by using our adjustable wrench. Again, this is a smooth jaw wrench, as we don't want to scar the finish of the product. Once we get it semi-loose, we can set the adjustable wrench down and finish removing the cap assembly by hand. Now that we've removed the cap assembly, next we want to remove the cam assembly, the cam washer, and the ball assembly. Underneath, you'll see the seats and springs. We'll be removing this, as you can see, with our dental pick. And lastly, we want to remove our spout. We remove the spout because in order to access the spout O-rings, you see we have it there. So. With the Deltas, as you see, we have 2 O-rings, which we're removing now. I'm using the dental tool to help me remove those. This makes it a little bit easier. Now we'll start by taking the 2 O-rings that we talked about earlier and installing those onto the new valve body. Using our dental tool to help guide the O-rings on. We want to make sure that those O-rings fit into the grooves where the O-rings need to be. Getting our second O-ring. And again, making sure that it fits into the groove. Next, we want to take our stem lube and install it onto the O-rings so that that spout does move freely. Take a little bit of extra grease, putting it onto the spout itself at the 2 locations where the O-rings make contact with the spout. Reinstall the spout assembly. That's it for the spout assembly. Next, we want to take our new seats and our new springs. Start off with 1 spring and 1 seat. I like using my dental tool to help guide the seat and spring into place. Falls down there, and I take my index finger and kind of push it into place there. That's as far as it goes for now. We'll take the second seat and spring and duplicate that process. Again, using the dental tool as a guide, let that slide into place. Using my index finger, I can remove the dental tool and now finish centering that seat and spring into place. That seat and spring is now in place, and I'm going to take a little bit of that stem lube and put a little bit of it on the ball where the seats make contact with the ball. I'm going to install the new ball along with the new cam washer, and take another little bit of stem lube, putting it on the cam washer where it makes contact with the ball, and the Teflon seal there. The cam there, and the cap assembly. And one thing you'll see here, I'm making sure that this white guide here lines up with the notch that's inside the valve body. Once that's in place, I can take my cap assembly here with my index finger down. I put it down and hold down that cap assembly so that it stays in that groove. And now I simply screw the cap nut into place. Tighten as far as you can by hand, and then take your adjustable wrench and finish tightening it the rest of the way until it's snug. That feels snug to me. Now what are we looking for as far as snug? We want to make sure that we have a good stiff feel from the ball. And the reason we're looking for that is to prevent any leakage from around the stem here of the ball. Feels good to me. Next step, we're going to reinstall the handle assembly. Taking our 1/8 inch Delta Allen tool and tightening it to the stem of the Delta ball. That being tight, I'm going to turn the valve into the opposition